TikTok has really, really effed up this time. And it's affecting a lot of people in not just the EDM world, but the music industries, period, career, and livelihoods. EDM DJs are fed up with the recent ball fumbling with Universal Music Group, that everything that had to deal with them because the deal came to an end. All those TikToks and music are silenced, including popular DJs music that is under the UMG umbrella. This is Peyton 3.0's EDM World News. Stay tuned. Stand back. Your queen / king of the Milky Way galaxy and electronic dance music is approaching. In 5, 4, 3, 2. That's just the thumbnail to get you in here. Hello there, welcome. This is Peyton 3.0, the EDM vocal sorcerer, honey. Make sure if you like this to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and comment. And I will remind you to do it because I know a lot of us are multitasking while we are watching or just listening to these videos. So anyway, you actually have to help the creator out because we're at war. Okay? We're at war with so many things, including TikTok. We're at war with all the social media platforms to get what we deserve for the amount of work that we put in. We're at war. And you have to help us fight the battle as well. And the best way you can do it is by helping us play this algorithm crap game. And that's by at least hitting the like button. But anyway, if I'm giving you value today, so let's get into this news story today. I will not keep you long. Toxic relationship that I need to get out of. DJs and producers grapple with TikTok UMG controversy. Alice in Wonderland, Metro Boomin, and more have responded to UMG's controversial decision to purge TikTok's app of its music catalog. Aren't we tired? Aren't we done? I don't think we're making enough uproar out here to keep letting these corporations get away with the bullshit they get away with. The sounds of silence, as the story says, are now defeating on TikTok. But the artists responsible for powering its musical engines are refusing to be muted by corporate interest. Hundreds of millions of videos are now muted on TikTok after Universal Music Group removed its songs from the app. In Marseille, in the wake of a hostile licensing dispute. Are you serious? You know what? It's over. The music industry is done. It's over. The controversy has gripped both the creator economy and music industry at large. And artists are now responding in droves as they grapple with the fallout. Electronic music superstar Alison Wonderland lamented the news in a candid video message condemning Yoonji for its hypocrisy after pressuring her to create promotional TikTok videos for an album before extracting its music from the platform. Hit my likes, please. At least. Hit my likes, because us as creators, we're being used and abused. We're getting nothing for our efforts. We're going down. We're signing contracts we shouldn't be signing and becoming slaves. Hit my like button, at least. Be respectful. Stop what you're doing. If you're getting any value right now, as this is news to you, as you're waking, because it's affecting not just us, it's affecting you too. If you're on the TikTok app or any of these apps as a user, you're being affected daily, but I feel like most of you are just sitting silent. You're sitting alone and you feel like you don't have any power, but that's not true. You do have power. But you got to come out your house and stand together. But they know you won't do that, because they set it up this way to destroy your mentality in a country like America, like the UK. And I can go on. So they keep winning because of the mental state that we all have been put in, brainwashed and programmed. Hit the like. Thank you so much. And help me fight. At least. That's an easy way to help me fight. It's by at least hitting the like button. I don't ask you for much, but at least hit the like button for me. I thank you so much in advance. Let's continue. Last album, you were trying to force me to create TikTok, she says, to promote my new songs with my new music. And now I can't. None of the music's up there, she said. I don't understand you. This is incredibly toxic relationship that I need to get out of, and think a lot of us need to get out of. Absolutely. Absolutely. Welcome to America. Welcome to America. Welcome to capitalism. And welcome to the rest of our lives. It's only going to get uglier from here, folks, for this particular decade. So I want you guys to just kind of to brace yourselves, because it's not going to get any easier. Justice will not be served. You have to understand what kind of system that we're under. And if you're in countries that mirror America, because America seems to think that they're the shit, America first. And other countries have mirrored behind America. And somehow the US dollar is still the world's currency, even though it's in the toilet at this point. It's only going to get worse from here, folks. You can sleep, stick your head in the sand like you've been doing your whole life, but you're going to get taken up out of here. Just to let you know, I gotta be real, I gotta be honest. Hit the like button for me at least. I'll wait. Thank you. Let's continue. So, I hope you find a loophole and jump ship. Darrow said in response, no artist deserves that. Now, a popular artist from the UK, he's more popular in the UK than he is here in the States, but I got a privilege to get a wind of his music on YouTube. MNEK, for those of you who know him, also criticized. He's been writing in the background for years before he got a chance to be an artist himself for other artists. MNEK also criticized UMG's decision, characterizing it as, characterizing it as silly and greedy. Exactly. There is no excuse, TikTok, for y'all to let the ball drop like that. Y'all could have came to some kind of agreement, acting like adults. But even the freaking United Nations couldn't talk about the state of the world and what needs to happen to move forward without getting into a fight with all the representation leaders of each nation. So what hope is there for any other kind of business or corporation really doing what they need to do? Because remember, it's not about you. It's not about me. It's about them and their greed. It's never been about you. They just want to take your money and your attention and leave you dry. They'll try to play these games and stuff just to get you interested, try to act like they're for you, just to get you to spend your money, your attention, and your time, to only leave you dry and broke and desperate at the end. Welcome to America, folks. Welcome to America. The chart-topping producer and vocalist is perhaps best known for 2020's Hidden Heart, a global dance hit he released in collaboration with Joel Corry. As an artist who used to be signed with Universal Music Group, how they think this whole TikTok boycott is going to work in 2024, he said, after all this time of bullying their artists into becoming influencers, they decide to pull this. And unfortunately, let me stop right there. Hit my like button, please. Hit my like button, please. Do it now. Thank you so much. The goal for this video is at least 20 likes. 20 likes. Can we do it, folks? 20 likes? We can do it. Okay. I'm going to stop right there and say this. Basically, you have to be an influencer if you're trying to do this. If you're trying to do this music thing, you have to basically be an influencer if you're trying to do this music thing, because the old ways no longer work anymore. And honestly, between you and me, this is not working either for most of us now. Anyway, there are too many hungry artists out here on these platforms, saturated and desperate for attention. People who would never have become artists in the first place, who don't have a love for the artistry, those people are in the game too now, because anybody can just upload and do whatever they want to do. And so the artists who are like me, who are real artists who put time and years and focus into their craft, most of us get buried. But anyway, replying to MNEK, acclaimed singer-songwriter Lily Allen suggests a class action lawsuit for artists to reclaim the rights to the work after its eradication from TikTok. With many regarded as the world's most powerful music discovery platform, a recent study found that 1 in 4 people discover music on the app, which is expected to reach 2 billion users by the end of 2024. Now, I'll say this once, I'll say this twice, and maybe 3 times. I really do feel for my artists who have decided to take the plunge and sign the contracts with these labels. Now, my TikToks are muted with my music in the background or as the main focus, because I'm not signed to a label. I own all of my music. I'm actually independent. And so I don't have to worry about that. Now, the stuff that I have with popular music, yeah, that's most likely muted if it comes from UMG. And UMG owns, surprisingly, a lot of music now. A lot of music. Because there is only but 3 major labels left, allegedly. Maybe now at this point only 2, because the other labels are trying to gobble up the other labels that are left. They're trying to buy them up and get them out of here so they could be supreme. It's called the game of monopoly and domination. Stay independent, artist. Stay independent. If there's any lessons to really take away from this, it's to stay independent and own your shit. Yes, it's harder. There's a lot more work to do, but it's only worth it in the end, so you don't end up in golden handcuffs like these other artists out here complaining now because they decided to take the plunge and sign these contracts and have the catalog owned by these record sharks out here. Acclaimed singer-songwriter Lily Allen suggested, well, we already read that, TikTok, which many regarded as the world's most powerful music discovery platform. And y'all should not have given it this much power. And I'm talking mainly to the people who are average, everyday people who have basically given the power to a TikTok. Because y'all don't know how they have power within yourselves. They stripped that from you mentally from the day you were born. And the cycle goes round and round. Hit my like button, please. I beg of you at least. I'll wait. I'll wait. All right, let's continue. The comments from Wonderland and MNEK mirror those made by prolific hip-hop producer Metro Boomin, who bemoaned TikTok's tendency to render songs viral one day and then forgotten the next. Forgotten the next. But you know what? The question is, whose fault is that? Is it really TikTok, or is it your fault as a consumer? I want you to really think about that for a moment and take accountability. This is the problem that most people have, first of all. They don't know how to take accountability. They don't want to be held responsible. They don't want to be wrong. The pride's too big. The narcissism is too great. Take some accountability for where things are right now and not just the platforms or the corporate powers that be. Take some responsibility as a user, as a citizen, contributing to this. Because they can really only get away with what they're doing when we're not awakened enough. When we're asleep at the wheel and we're just on autopilot and we don't use our brains to think, we just go on autopilot. And now here we are. Okay? Let's get back to it. Please hit my likes, please. Thank you. Again, I'll wait. I got all day. The question is to you. I love the creativity and appreciation the kids show for music on TikTok, he says, but I don't like the forced pandering from artists and labels that result in these lifeless, soulless records. Let me read that again. I love the creativity and appreciation the kids show for the music on TikTok, but I do not like the forced pandering from artists and labels that results in these lifeless, soulless records that are literally like 2 minutes, for which you can't really get into the record or the story. There's a reason why records were structured, songs were structured the way they were, the standard way, which is usually 3 choruses and 3 loops of a hook, which you can actually grab onto easily. So you can get the full story of what is being talked about. Now, you're barely even getting 2-minute songs, and you're left feeling underfed. You're left feeling malnourished by these songs they're creating now just for this TikTok bullshit. Hit my likes. Hit my likes. Now let's get back to it. Hold yourself accountable, folks. Hold yourself accountable. Because apparently we as artists, creators, like true, I'm talking about real artists, not people who are just trying to be famous. We as artists, we're literally like the jesters of the court for the king and the queen. And we don't get paid dust, nothing. We just used up and abused. There's no such thing as making it when it comes to the music game. You're going to make it as a slave to be used and abused most of the time for most artists. There's no such thing as making it. It's an illusion. It's a fallacy. The record deal is not made for you as an artist to win. It's to F you over, basically. They don't really like you. They just like the possibility of what money you can bring to their pockets, to their family's pockets. They can care less about you, so stop signing these music contracts and put these labels out of business. Stop being a weenie and do this independent grind. And the artists that truly are actually artists, they live, they breathe, they sleep this stuff. They're in love with it. They can't live without it. They do it for free. Those are the artists that will actually survive and being independent. If you can get out your contract, which most of you will not be able to get out your contract, so you're basically effed. But for the ones that can, if you're really a real artist, you'll survive. You'll find a way to survive without these big corporate animals. We're all animals, so that's a bad. We're all animals. That's a bad analogy. These big corporate sharks. That's what we seem to use today for music labels. Sharks. Even though sharks don't really eat people like that, they only eat if they feel attacked or bite or kill. But yeah, we just want to use that. Sharks. UMG, the world's largest music company, said that negotiations with TikTok collapsed after they urged the social media giant to address these critical issues. Is it still on? Hit my likes. We're going into overtime. Because this is serious. The world's largest music company said that negotiations with TikTok collapsed after they urged the social media community to address three critical issues: appropriate compensation for our artists and songwriters, protecting human artists from the harmful effects of AI, and online safety for TikTok users. And TikTok, ByteDance, y'all couldn't do that. This is unfortunately why it's every man for himself. Anyway, UMG also claimed that TikTok attempted to bully them into a proposed deal that would have paid its artists a fraction of the amount dispersed by other social media platforms, adding that the app comprises roughly 1% of its total revenue. The two organizations' existing agreement expired on January 31st. It's now the 4th of February. Sorry, folks. It's now the 4th of February as I'm recording this, leading to the purging of songs by Taylor Swift, Drake, BTS, Olivia Rodrigo, and many, did I say many? Many more superstars. Okay? Put that in air quotes because honestly, there's no such thing as superstars anymore today. That died with the old music industry before streaming became a major thing in social media. But I digress. TikTok, which is owned by the Chinese tech company ByteDance, as I did say, slammed UMG's false narrative and rhetoric and accused them of putting their own greed above the interests of their artists and songwriters. So, honey, I would have liked to have been in that room and watched like a fly on the wall the heated debate between these two giants. Matter of fact, I would have loved to be on the wall at the United Nations meetings about the state of the world and what we should do to somehow reverse the damage that has been done. But they couldn't keep it together and they started to fight each other. And now there's a statement. Shall we read? I think we should. Our agreements with TikTok have expired because of TikTok's unwillingness. This is UMG, by the way. Universal Music. Because of TikTok's unwillingness to appropriately compensate artists and songwriters, protect human artists from the harmful effects of AI, and address online safety issues for TikTok users. In fact, TikTok's own statement perfectly sums up its woefully outdated view. Even though TikTok, formerly Musical.ly, has built one of the world's largest and most valuable social media platforms off the backs of artists and songwriters, TikTok still argues that artists should be grateful. Should we be grateful? I think not. for the free promotion and that music companies are greedy for expecting them to simply compensate. Let me stop right there. TikTok, ByteDance, China. The Queen is speaking. How dare you? How dare you? Say that we should be grateful for free promotion. We had other platforms that were doing that. I personally already know what your game is without being in any meeting or boardrooms with any of you. Because I'm a smart cookie. Anyway. And that music companies are greedy. TikTok didn't even attempt to address the other issues we raised regarding harmful AI and platform safety. It's no surprise that artists, rights advocates are speaking out in support of our action. And really what I hear here, honestly, that's the end of the story. But really what I hear is that nobody on either side is willing to take accountability. Matter of fact, this nation is not really built on accountability, but they expect you at your job that you work 9 to 5 at, that barely pays you anything to survive in the current economy that we find ourselves in. But they expect you to take accountability, to say that it's your fault. These things happened, and to act accordingly. Welcome to America. Welcome to America. Make sure that you hit the like button and comment. I want somebody to actually talk. Don't sit there, don't be quiet. If you see there's no comments in the comment section, be the first to start a conversation with me. This is the most important video that I've ever done, because it really affects everybody, not just artists. These people with power can just decide that if they want to pull the plug on livelihoods, they can. And are we just going to sit back and complain and cry about it? Or are we going to stand up and take some kind of action? Honestly, TikTok has not really been that great to me anyway, so I really don't care. I don't care. Got some great stuff out there on my social media. I don't really make anything that's boring or whatever. Everything entertaining. Something that everybody in my genre, anybody really anywhere would want to see, but specifically in my target audience. But yet they don't care. They don't promote me. They don't do anything. I'm usually having to run ads, but that's on every platform anyway. Okay? With no guarantees of anything coming back. But I digress. Anyway, this has been Peyton 3.0, the EDM vocal sorcerer. We had to get really serious on this episode and make it as long as we had to, because this is a serious, serious issue. And when will it be resolved? We don't know. I told you, we're just collateral on these social media platforms. You're just collateral at your job. You can be cut at any time for any reason. They literally tell you that in the agreement that you sign. At least in the country of America. Can't speak for other countries that are watching this. Love you guys to death, but in America, that's mainly the issue. The best country in the world. Yeah. America first. Get out of here. Here are my social medias. But really, social media, as I tell everybody that comes to my videos, hit the like. It's dead. It's gone. And what you're looking at currently right now on these social medias is basically a ghost shell of what it actually was. So, email is king, folks. So for those of you who are really into electronic dance music, go to my website, Peyton30.com. Hit the button, and as a gift for getting on the email list, you get 3 free EDM bangers. Yes, 3 free EDM bangers, folks. Exclusive. None of my music is on any streaming platform right now because it's war. It's a battle. It's a fight. And I need you to help fight the battle. So only people on my email list are blessed, get to be blessed to hear what I've been cooking up in the lab for the last how many years. And that can be you, and it's easy, it's free, it's painless. Doesn't cost you a dime to get on the email list. Doesn't cost you a dime to hit the like button. Doesn't cost you a dime to comment. Doesn't cost you a dime to share the video. Doesn't cost you a dime to subscribe if you like what you heard today and you got some value. The Queen would like to thank you so much today for tuning in. You didn't have to be here. You didn't have to stay this long. For the ones that stayed, you were real troopers. But thank you so much for choosing me to stay today. That means I provide you with some real value. I would love to hear from you in some kind of form. Whether you press the goal today, at least for likes, is 20 likes and 3 comments at least. 20 likes, easy to do, folks, and 3 comments at least. That's the goal for this video, okay? Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next Peyton 3.0's EDM World News. You take care.